Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Paul's here. Good morning. So, feel your flow, yoga for everybody. We'll start standing today. Oops. And we'll just take some time to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, shake, move in any way that feels good. I'm looking forward to class with you too. Thank you so much. Okay, let's let ourselves be silly. Big breaths. Probably no inversions today. I know I'm late on that inversion video, but we can definitely do stuff for the feet. A few more big breaths. Okay, let's bring the feet underneath the hips, hands to the chest, and we'll just take about 5 long, deep breaths, feeling the body in space, seeing if we can feel the heart beating. Might like to imagine an upward pull through the crown of the head, moving all the way up through the star. Settle the shoulders down the back. Let's bring our awareness through the body into the feet. Maybe lift up the toes, spread the toes. Take a few breaths with the toes lifted. And then we'll see if we can lower the toes one by one, starting with the little toe. Just doing our best, of course. Another 3 or 4 breaths. Okay, we'll start with a standing flow. So we can take the hands, turn them into a cup. I'm going to go sideways so you can see better. We'll inhale, step back, arms come up. So it's like a very short warrior one. Exhale, come into a tree. So your back leg, I'll try to go on an angle. So your back leg comes somewhere onto you. You turn into a tree. And then with the next inhalation, same leg we're moving, steps forward. We turn, do a little draw the bow action. The front hand, it could be the thumb, it could be the first 2 fingers, it could be whatever you want. And then we come back to our cup. Okay, so there's a lot here. We'll do it a few times. So we inhale, step back. Exhale, hands come into prayer, we come into tree. Inhale, step forward, rotate, draw the bow. Exhale, step back. So we alternate legs, go at our own pace. I'll guide one more. Inhaling back. Exhaling tree. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhaling, stepping back. Exhaling tree. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Let's go at our own pace. Few more. Last one each side. And once we come back, let's bring the hands to the heart. Could be on the heart or prayer. Position ourselves at the top of the mat. Take a few long, deep breaths before we start our sun salutations. Again, settling into ourselves. Feeling the support of the earth, the sky, maybe even the third eye. Connecting to the support, the wisdom, the guidance all around us and within us. Find something to relax. And let's get into it. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Take a couple breaths. When you're ready, bring it down. Knees, chest, chin. Flatten the feet. Let's do some cobra up down. So make sure the pelvis is like well connected to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Go at your own pace, as always. Okay, we'll make our way back either down dog or child's pose, your choice. About 5 long, deep breaths as usual. And of course, you can add any movement, any sound, anything. Okay, let's add a forward back movement. So if you're in down dog, it could be inhaling plank, exhaling down dog. If you're in child's pose, it could be inhaling half plank, exhaling child's pose. So whatever you prefer today, even if you want to do that down dog flow where we do both, that works too. Just find some kind of forward back movement. Okay, the next time we come back, let's all go to child's pose for 5 breaths. Make sure your head is supported. Okay, when you're ready, the head comes up. We can walk the hands towards the knees, stand up on our knees. You can always put a blanket under the knees if you need to. We'll do a quick gate pose. So one leg out to the side. I'm just going to turn to face you. So one leg out to the side, toes are pointing forward. Line up the hips, 2 or 3 breaths here. Relax the shoulders. Actually, let's take the opportunity to work with the shoulders a little more. Maybe we can alternate shoulder circles, one side then the other. If it's not comfortable to stand on your knee, which is totally understandable, you could be here instead. Same thing. And then we'll do a side stretch. So pick the version that works for you today. Couple more shoulders. Okay, hand on the leg. Inhale the other arm up. Exhale to the side. Long, deep breaths. Come back to center. So if you're up, let's sit ourselves down. So the bottom foot, I'm going to move it towards the inside first and then help myself sit down. And of course, if that doesn't make sense, you just sit down any way you want. Let's take it into a twist. So opposite hand to the knee, back hand behind, and long deep breaths. Both legs nice and engaged. And since we're here, let's work with our necks and our eyes. So we'll move the eyes and the head opposite direction. So the head goes one way, the eyes look the other way. Okay, we'll bring the head back to center. We can release a twist. Last thing for this part of the sequence, we'll bring the hand down somewhere not too far from the hip. Make sure you have your mat under your knee or a blanket or something because we're going to lift up and open up. And here we can play with the top arm if we like, maybe reaching, pulling down, whatever feels good. Okay, once you're happy with that, let's walk it back to the knees. And you know what? We'll do the other side right away just to make sure we get it in there. So either here or here, whichever's more comfortable for you. Take a few breaths to settle in. So if you're in this version, we're pushing the foot into the floor, lining up the hips. If you're in the seated version, your foot is flexed. Shoulders, I like the alternate. Let's keep going with that. Okay, a couple of double shoulder rolls. All right, melt the shoulders down, hands on the long leg, other arm. Inhale up, lengthen. Exhale to the side. Long, deep breaths. Okay, when you're ready, come back to center. So the bottom foot can turn in if you're sitting this way. Help ourselves sit down. Extended leg is engaged. We pull the toes towards us and take it into a twist. So opposite hand to the knee. And of course, we could be sitting on blankets or whatever. You could do your twist sitting in a chair. So once you get your body in the position, we turn the head and the eyes opposite directions in as relaxed a way as possible. So let the breath continue to flow. Okay, let's release the head and eye movements. Release the twist. Take the long leg in. Get into our hips. So the hands behind, we just toss and toss. We could also throw out the arm. If you have room, you could really throw it. If, like me, your background's a bit too close, then you can make it a more controlled movement where you look at your hand. Okay, we'll go into a hold. So the foot and the knee kind of roughly line up, hands either side of the front knee. Pull the back hip towards the front knee. So we'll do a few forward bends as long as it's comfortable. You can always pause in whatever stage of the position of the flow that feels good. So if it's comfortable, we'll turn the head away from the feet, do a forward bend, bring the head back to center, come back up. So we look away, bend, back to center, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Do a few at your own pace. Okay. So if those forward bends were comfortable enough, let's come down and just hang out. So you can support the head any way that makes sense. And just relax into the twist. Okay, when you're ready, come back up. And let's get ready to do the whole thing on the other side. So we'll start by just tossing the legs again. Always moving at our own rhythm. So you can go fast, you can go slow. Eyes can be open or closed. When we land on the other side, let's bring the hands to either side of the knee, pull the back hip towards the front knee. Okay, we'll start the forward bend, looking away from the feet. So we turn the head away, fold, bring the head back to center, come back up. Go at your own pace. Okay, let's get ready to fold, support the head, and just relax into the twist for a chunk of breaths. You could support the head with a block, the hands, the arms, or maybe you could go straight to the floor. See what works in your body, and let's hang out. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, come up. From here, let's see if we can make our way to downward facing dog. So getting there in any way that makes sense in your body. We'll take a couple breaths just to do any kind of movement that feels good. Okay. So I forgot to mention, we'll be doing a pyramid pose. So if you have blocks and you want to use your blocks, just have them close by. And if you don't have blocks, don't worry, you can put the hands on the waist, or if your body allows it, on the leg or the floor. So before we get into the pyramid pose, we'll do leg extensions. So we have two choices. We could do our leg extensions here from all fours. So inhaling, extending one leg back, trying not to jostle the hips too much. Exhaling, return. Inhale the other leg. Exhale, return. So we can do that version, or from down dog. Same concept. We inhale, extend. Exhale, come back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come back. So pick the one you like and let's go. Moving at your own pace. You know, if you want to pump things up and go a little faster, feel free. Or if you want to take it slower, that's fine too. Okay, let's extend the leg we want to step forward. Step it towards the hands. If your back knee's down, pick it up. Turn the foot, put it down. If you have the blocks, put them either side now so you don't have to get down again. Let's come up. We'll start in a warrior one. So the front knee's bent. Do whatever you feel like with the arms, about 5 breaths. Okay, hands to hips. Let's straighten the front leg so both legs are fairly straight. Hips are in a line. Inhale, lift up through the heart in whatever way makes sense for you today. We'll take a couple breaths here. Nice big inhale. And with the exhale, using our hips, let's start to tilt. So take your time, if you need to. If you can go right into parallel, sure. It doesn't have to be parallel. It could be higher or lower. So the hip of the front leg is moving back. The hip of the back leg is moving forward. If you get close enough to use your blocks, feel free to use them. Long, deep breaths, long spine. Two more. Okay, let's inhale, lift the head, bend the front knee. Take our blocks with us, make a tripod. Warrior three prep. So we shift the weight, lift the back leg, just hip high, both legs engaged, long deep breaths. So we'll make our way to standing. You could either bring the foot down and come up, or maybe bend both knees, bring them next to one another, and see if it's possible to come up without touching the foot. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Don't worry about it. So we'll play with our balance. Let's find a tree pose. Place the foot anywhere along the leg. Do whatever you like with the arms. And let's breathe. And when you're ready to release, go ahead, shake it out. So we'll do the other side. Place the blocks somewhere that they'll be easy to grab when you need them. Let's come to the top of the mat. We'll sun salutation through. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to plank. Take a few breaths. And of course, if you want to add anything, go ahead. Lower when you're ready. Cobra up downs. And take it back, either child's pose or down dog. 5 breaths before we do our sequence on the other side. Okay, leg extension. So either from all fours or down dog. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come back. Go with your breath. Okay, when your other leg comes up, to step forward. Keep it up. Exhale, step it forward. Back foot comes down, and we come up for warrior one. So once you get into your warrior one, do whatever you feel like for the with the arms, about 5 breaths. Okay, let's bring the hands to the hips, straighten the front leg. Lift through the heart in any way that makes sense for you. And when you're ready with an exhale, let's tilt ourselves from the hips. Take our time, finding a spot that feels good for today. If we get low enough to use the blocks, go for it. Remember, the front hip is moving back, the back hip is moving forward. The breath is long and okay, when you're ready, come halfway, bend to the front leg, walk the blocks forward, make a tripod, shift the weight, see if that back leg is willing to come up, and a few long, deep breaths in the warrior three prep. Okay, let's get ready to come up to standing. So we could put the foot right down or maybe the knees together, bend, see if we can curl up. And then once we're up, make our way into a tree. And once you're happy with your tree, release, give ourselves a little shake. Let's get ready to come down onto the back. So if there's anything you want to grab for Shavasana, any props or stuff, if there's another pose you want to do, now's a good time. So if you want to sneak an inversion in, you could do that now. I might do a supported inversion with a block. So if you have blocks, have them close by. If you don't have blocks, don't worry about it. We can do everything without the block. It's fine. Okay, so whatever way makes sense for you, let's come on to the back. So we'll have the feet close to the bum. Let's do some pelvic lifts. So we can imagine holding something between the knees, or you can use your block between the knees. It's a bit more intense if it's a wood one like this. We'll inhale, lift the pelvis. Exhale, bring it down. You could use the arms too, like inhaling the pelvis up, arms up. Exhaling, pelvis down, arms down, whatever you like. So do a few of any version. Now, if you don't have a block, the next time you come down, stay down. And we'll just extend the legs up and hang out here. If you do have a block, the next time you come up, take your block and put it underneath the sacrum. The height is up to you. If you don't do this often, I would suggest start with the lowest height. It's also the most relaxing. But if this is comfortable for you, you could go the second or even the third. So I'm going to go lowest. Place the block underneath the sacrum. If you have a folded blanket, that works too. And then legs up. So we'll all just hang out with her legs up. A few long, deep breaths. If this isn't very comfortable, you could also do this at the wall. So the wall would be here. If your legs don't get stacked like this, like ankles, knees, hips, you could have your knees bent. Or if you have the wall, you could be leaning your legs into the wall. So find something that's fairly comfortable and we'll stay hopefully long enough to make it worth it. So at least 5 more breaths. Relaxing. Okay, once you're ready to come out of it, feet come down to the earth. And whether you have a block or not, if you're by the wall, obviously push away from the wall. We'll just hang out here, 3 or 4 breaths. Okay, block or not, we can see if it's possible to bring the soles of the feet together. Hang out here for a few breaths. Okay, so we can stay here relaxing, or we could try something. So, block or not, it doesn't matter. We can press the feet into each other and see if it's possible to lift the pelvis away from the support, whether it's the block or the floor, while keeping this leg position. So, inhaling up, exhaling. Couple more. Okay, let's release. So, if you do have the block, take it away. Maybe just toss the legs side to side. Okay, almost time for Shavasana. Let's go into some ankle circles, wrist circles. We didn't really do a ton of feet stuff other than, standing on them. So we can take the opportunity to scrunch the toes. You can do it with the hands too. And then spread. We'll just do that a few times. Scrunching and spreading. Go at your own pace. You can add rotations in there. Couple more. Okay, once you're happy, knees to chest, open up the arms, go into your twists, any version that you like. Okay, once you're happy with the twists, find your Shavasana position for today. So set yourself up for deep relaxation. Of course, if the back is comfortable, the legs could just be extended on the floor. If you prefer the position for sensitive backs, we could have the feet separate, the knees leaning one into the other. And of course, if you have any props, any way you like to support yourself, do that. Chin gently tucked in, forehead sloping down. Let's also do whatever we can to keep our warmth. Can we give ourselves permission to relax? To let everything go. If there's resistance or pesky thoughts, maybe we can let those go too. Relaxing on every level. So beyond relaxing the muscles, the nerves, the cells, let's let go of all of our identifications, all the roles we play, all that mental stuff. Give ourselves permission to fully relax, to let everything go. Okay, as you feel ready, start to gently wake the body mind and give ourselves a full body stretch. Once you're nice and stretched, knees to chest, let's do a set of knee tucks, inhaling away, exhaling towards the chest. Once you're happy with the knee tucks, you can maybe rock side to side. And eventually rolling all the way to the side, taking a breath or two in a fetal position before using the strength of the arms to press up. Well, we'll come into any comfortable seated position. Please feel free to grab your blankets or anything to sit on to make it more comfortable. And we'll just take a moment with ourselves before we close, maybe a hand on the heart, hand on the belly. Long, deep, letting go breaths. Perhaps offering ourselves whatever it is we may need: strength, courage, love, compassion, understanding, gratitude, forgiveness. Okay, we'll close with an om. So bring the hands into prayer. Exhale everything. Inhale to chin. Om. Peace, peace, peace. With gratitude and appreciation, may we acknowledge, honor the light, the love, the wisdom within ourselves, within each other, and within all. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Thank you so very, 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 very much for joining me. I hope you've had a good practice. Feel free to let me know in any method that suits you. So take care, everybody. We're back again on Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for back care and breath aware, gentle yoga, and qigong. So until then, have an amazing week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.